Do you remember those Nokia and Motorola days when we used to send SMSs and then MMS? So we had the SMS, the short messaging system, that was only text. So if I want to say, oh, hi or good morning, I would text with SMS. And then we had MMS. Now, MMS was such that if I needed to send a picture to you, I cannot use SMS. I have to use MMS. All right, so it would go in a format called MMS, multimedia messaging, instead of the SMS, which is the short message system. So we transitioned over the years from SMS and MMS to using things like WhatsApp. So now I can send a message, I can send a picture, all in the same chat. I can even record a voice note and send to you. So it made things easier. Okay. That is the same way the banks are moving from the old messaging system, the old global financial messaging system, into the new one. Okay. And the old one used to be called SWIFT. So we are transitioning to what we call ISO20022. In ISO20022, things are going to change. I remain your usual host, Danny Legend. You're welcome to Undervalued Crypto channel. You want to drop a like on this video as I explain the impact of ISO 20022 on the global financial system and possibly its effects in the crypto space. Remember to join our channel Undervalued Crypto on Telegram and also on WhatsApp. Okay, so let's get to it. I have a couple of notes here that I'll be reading from in order to give you more insight to what is about to happen. This change in the financial system or the financial messaging system is going to happen on 22nd of November. And when we check the date, 22nd of November is going to happen on the weekend, Saturday, 22nd November. Most at times, from my experience and what I've seen here, when there are upgrades, companies are doing upgrades, they usually do it over the weekend. So, there's not much activity during the weekday. So that is why they are doing the go live on 22nd November. So what is going to change and what will be the impact in the crypto space? This ISO 20022 is a new language system that banks will use to interact. Gone are the days where if you wanted to, let me just give you a scenario, a daily life scenario. Let's say you wanted to purchase a pair of jeans in Japan. So I'm in Ghana. I've seen a pair of jeans online in Japan and I want to make a purchase. Okay, this is what's going to happen. Before, I'm going to make a bank payment with my card, and then my bank is going to send that payment through multiple channels, or what we call intermediaries. And then the fees, there are going to be several fees that would appear. We will have the foreign transaction fees, the SWIFT fees, and the conversion fees. So just making a simple transaction will charge me so many fees. At the end of the day, I might pay anywhere from $15 to $40 as extra fees just to buy this thing I'm trying to buy from Japan. Okay, now the store might receive my money 1 to 3 days later. And if something goes wrong, I also have to wait for customer support for days. Now, this is slow and messy because different banks use different messaging systems that don't really communicate well. But what is going to happen during the ISO 20022 go live is that if I'm buying that same pair of jeans from Japan and I'm in Ghana, the bank is going to know who I am, number one, what I'm trying to buy, the exact shop in Japan I'm trying to buy from. They're also going to know how the payment should settle and what currency conversion is needed, all in one clean, rich data package. And it's so fast and efficient. So the payment is going to route automatically through the fastest and cheapest pathway. And it could use 4 things. That payment could use 4 things. Maybe a traditional payment rail. Number 2, it could be a blockchain network like XRP network or XLM Stellar or Hedera HBAR. The third thing, we could also use a CBDC bridge, which is the central bank digital currency. So the central banks could also create a stable coin for the central bank or the government, and that could be the channel through which that money will be passing through. Very fast and efficient. And then the fourth thing could also be a fintech, a financial technology liquidity provider. All right. No matter the channel we are using here, it wouldn't matter because ISO 20022 is going to make all these routes compatible. When it comes to the payment confirmation, it's going to be instant. The store in Japan is going to see my payment immediately. No more waiting for days. My bank will also see it right on the spot. So there's no waiting and no uncertainty. And the fees are also going to be very tiny. it could be like a network fee, 20 cents, maybe XRP, or 10 cents. Very cheap compared to the $15 to $40 I would have paid in the past. One of the most important questions we need to be asking as people that are invested in cryptocurrency is, how are the ISO20022 coins going to fit in? Like the XRP, the XLMs, and the HBARs. How are they going to fit in? Also, right on the screen here, I've put a list of ISO20022 coins that are all going to be compatible with the new system that is launching out on 22nd November. So you might want to look at getting some of these in your portfolio. Not financial advice. So let's pick a coin and look at a real world use case. Something like XRP. Banks could use XRP to move money internationally in seconds. It could also be moved by institutions through the banks in seconds. All right, especially if they've stored their wealth in XRP, or a client they are dealing with requests for XRP payments. And then the second one is XLM Stellar. It's also going to focus on remittances and financial inclusion, and it also aligns with ISO 20022. And this could be used by companies like MoneyGram for digital transfers. We have HBAR, which works at the enterprise level and government use cases as well. It's also going to be used by banks and corporates, and also used by CBDC pilot projects, okay, new projects that are coming up. So will this increase the price of these coins? It depends. We could also possibly look at three scenarios. We could look at the bullish scenario where prices will start running afterwards. We could look at the neutral scenario, or the cautious scenario. So let me give you an example what could happen in each of the scenarios. Let's take a bullish scenario, for example. We could have institutional integration happening, high utility. Okay, so this is where banks would start using blockchain rails and say that, hey, we are moving money through this network. Right, and the banks will have to be buying gas fees to process transactions. Now, if banks are moving a lot of money, trillions and billions of dollars, how much gas fees would they need? A whole lot on the daily, because they are moving a ton of money on the daily. So they're going to need a lot of gas fees to move these monies, thereby the demand for the coin going up, consequently increasing the price. The neutral scenario is where the adoption is slow, and mostly the tech integration is a little bit slow. The banks don't want to use it yet. You know, they are not too sure. They are still doing their checks and all that. It could also slow things down. But if we are looking, let me just give you a price range. But if you are looking at the bullish sentiment, we could see XRP anywhere from $3 to $10. We could see XLM from 50 cents to about $3. We could see HBAR from 50 cents to about $2. All right. And then for the neutral scenario, we could see XRP anywhere from 2 to 5. All right. XLM, we could see this from 20 cents to 50 cents on the neutral. And then HBAR, we could see 15 cents to about 40 cents at the neutral level. Let's look at the cautious scenario, where there are regulatory barriers and centralized CBDCs, and there's low utility for these crypto coins. If that happens, then XRP could tank, it could fall, right? Worst case scenario, it could fall because people will see that, oh, then we don't really need it after all. So it could fall down even below $2. Okay, and then XLM could also suffer on the cautious side. It could fall to less than what it is now, to maybe 15 cents, and then HBAR down to 12 and 10 cents. So that is the cautious side. So generally, this is what's about to happen. Let's see what really happens after 22nd November. Fingers crossed. Thank you for watching up until this point. Like the video and also subscribe. Join my Telegram, Undervalued Crypto, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.